Do you find yourself gaining weight during times of stress? Do you fear boredom because you know you'll simply eat to fill the time? These are just some of the symptoms of emotional overeating. If you think you may suffer from this relatively common eating disorder, here are some signs and symptoms that may help you identify whether or not this is what you're struggling with. Mindless eating. If you have a binge eating disorder or emotional overeating problem, you may stuff food in and not even really taste it or realize what you're doing. It's as though you are out of it and just mindlessly stuffing food into your mouth. Feelings of guilt and shame. Many people with emotional overeating disorders feel really embarrassed and hateful of themselves after they've got through with an eating binge. The problem, of course, is that these negative feelings may make you reach for more food for comfort. Eating in secret. Because of being embarrassed, emotional overeaters will eat in private, reserving their naughty foods for when no one is looking. Always on my mind. Do you think about food all the time? Do you feel anxious about the prospect of leaving the house without snacks or money to buy food? Constantly thinking about food obsession, may be a sign that you have an emotional overeating disorder. Feeling sick. Sometimes, emotional overeaters will eat to comfort themselves, and then feel sick afterward. Obviously, this is your body's way of telling you you've eaten far too much more than is good for you, but for emotional overeaters, this sickness does not necessarily deter the next binge. Identify your triggers. Emotional overeating is usually triggered by something, emotions, yes, but sometimes we need to be more specific than that. Identifying your personal triggers can go a long way toward helping you overcome the disorder. Basic trigger categories include emotional, eating to relieve boredom, stress, or anxiety. Psychological, you may eat in response to negative, self-destructive thoughts. Environmental, situational, you may eat simply because the opportunity is there. Also in this category is the habit of eating while doing another activity, such as reading or watching TV. Do any of these signs and symptoms describe you? If so, don't despair, there are treatment options available for emotional overeaters. Check with your healthcare provider for advice on therapists or specialists in your area.